Steve, you're funny. You're funny. All right. In a few minutes, there should be some more people on. My bad. I had a business call, but I'm going live to speak on everything that's going on, but I'm not going live to kind of rant to you guys. First and foremost, I'm not here to kind of just push what I think on everyone. I'm really just here to explain what's going on and why it's going on, and most importantly, why everyone should kind of, have a problem with what's going on and why people should feel uncomfortable. So to start, I think it's kind of crazy that a lot of people have a problem with the protest. I'm not going to say riot because there's a difference between a riot and a protest. And the difference lies in the fact that everyone thinks a protest is peaceful, when in reality, a protest is simply going against the things that are going on. If you don't like what's going on, you stop dealing in those. You turn away from that. You get away from that. You do what you can to take yourself out of that community. And now the black community, my community most importantly, has definitely suffered from this a long time. We haven't been able to really pull away from all the companies and all the, the normal community, because we didn't really have a community for ourselves. We didn't have anyone to turn to. And because of that, we had to pretty much put up with the shit that was going on. Like, let's be honest. We had to put up with a lot of the disrespect, and we had to take that. And we've been doing that since before 1960 civil rights movements, 1964 Civil Rights Act. We've been putting up with this for a long time. So I have a problem when people sit here and tell me that, oh, it's okay to protest, but it's not okay to riot. Because, as y'all seen in all the posts that I retweet and all that, we protest all the time. We protest time and time again, and they get dramatic. It gets very dramatic. The protests get very dramatic. A lot of people see them, but the problem is nobody stops and devises a plan to keep that going. Nobody sits there and says, okay, this is dope. Now what's the next step? Nobody's doing that. Everyone feels some type of way for that first month. Everyone feels some type of way for the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long it takes. But everyone stops once we stop protesting, once we stop being on the news, once we stop being, my best analogy is DJ Khaled about protesting. That's when everyone stops. Everyone knows DJ Khaled is super annoying every time he intros on a song. But anyways, I have a problem when it comes down to people telling me that what my people are doing isn't in the amendments and whatnot, because it actually is in the First Amendment. But I have a problem when people tell me what we're doing is unlawful. And when people tell me that that's not fair and that it's not right to burn down buildings or whatnot in the community. If you as an individual can watch another person in your community not only get hurt, not only get killed, we're not speaking on pain here. I'm talking about death. If you can sit there and watch someone else in your community continue to be belittled, tirated, and basically be put under everyone else in society, and you don't have a problem with that, there's a problem with you. If you can sit there and let that continue to happen, there's a problem with you. And don't even get me started about if you can continue to support someone, some president who promotes these type of things. I saw a post today. Now, Lalo knows I ain't even got beef with him now. Lalo knows that for sure. It's all love on my side. It's love for everybody, matter of fact. But Lalo said the post, what was it? It was, I support Donald Trump, but I don't support police brutality. If I support Nike and Nike makes shoes, I support Nike's shoes. I support the thing that they're putting out. Donald Trump supports police brutality. He supports oppression. And this isn't even for a second, I'm going to pause the black argument. This isn't even about black people. This is about the way he treats women. This is about the way he treats other races, right? He belittles them constantly. So if you support him, not only are you disrespecting yourself and your own people, you're disrespecting everyone else before you. I don't want to raise children. I don't want to be raised in a society where I can't walk around the street with my hood on or when it's late at night because other people feel threatened by me when I'm simply just walking down the street. When I'm simply just going in the grocery store. Like that doesn't make sense to me. That makes me feel uncomfortable. That doesn't sit right with me. Because I'm a person built off love. I got love for everybody. And the five of y'all in this conversation know that. I love everybody. I ain't never had a problem with people. I try to make sure all my people straight, all of that. But I can't sit there and make sure all my people straight if my people ain't looking out for me too. I can't drive the car forever if you're not at least pumping gas or checking to make sure that the car is all right. I can't do it by myself. So when you tell me that the riots are bad and whatnot, I understand it's bad. That's the point. It's not supposed to be a good thing. Nothing happens when things are good. Everyone wants to come outside when it's sunny. Everyone wants to make millions of dollars. Everyone wants to be the best. But the difference is who works for it the most. Josh, you've been training X amount of years to play football to get to the NFL. If somebody was to walk up out of the blue and get signed to a 10-day contract, however much, and be making $1 million, you would be pissed off. You would get back in the gym and you would go to grinding. When people get pissed off, that's when things change. So don't sit here. Listen. America, as much as I hate to say this, America was founded upon stealing and, I love this phrase, looting other people's possessions. So don't sit here and tell me what we're doing is constitutionally incorrect or not even constitutionally incorrect, but is morally wrong when if we don't do it, who's going to do it for us? I sit there a lot of the time and I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I speak my mind and all that. All of y'all know I could do it. I can get down like that. But most of the time I sit there and I let people, you know what I'm saying? People say nigga, people do whatever they do. I don't really say nothing much of the time. Because I know that's not my fight. That's a fight that I'm going to lose. But this isn't a fight that I can sit there and lose. Because if I lose this fight, my son lost this fight. My nephew lost this fight. My brother lost this fight. I can't sit in a reality where the world is against me and I'm supposed to just take that. When I suit up for a football game, I look at the person across the field and I say, man, it sucks that you suited up today because I'm going to have to whoop that ass. I'm going to have to. So if you sit there and tell me even for a second that I have to sit back and hold my tongue or that I can't be upset and I can't protest, I can't turn up the way I want to because I have to sit there and watch an unarmed black man be killed while a white young man can go shoot up schools, shoot up churches, and all of that, go to jail for a year, if even that, or my favorite one, have a mental illness and not go to jail at all and get back out. But you mean to tell me when Target, a retail stores sell things, guys, might I point that out? I work at Fred Meyer's. I know what they do. When they decline to sell milk to people using their First Amendment rights, I'm supposed to be okay with that? I'm supposed to sit there and act like that's normal? There's a problem in America. We all know that. There's been problems in America. But what people don't understand is it's not a problem between black and white. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond that. I ain't gonna say I love white people. I'm cool with the white folks, though. I like the white folks. The white folks are my friends. Josh, my best friend. Jalen, Kaya, Laney, everybody. Laney's not white. But anyways, these are my people. I rock with these people. I hang with these people on a daily basis. At least I used to. So I ain't got no beef with the white man. But I have a problem when my life is in turmoil and the people around me, not saying that you guys don't, but the people around me can sit there and watch my downfall happen and not help me up. I have a problem when you expect me to get beaten, battered, and oppressed for 400 years and not do anything about it. I have a problem with that. Because if it's out of my control, if there's nothing I can do about it, there damn sure is something you can do about it. I may not have the power. I may not have the means. I may not have the platform to do anything. But I know I have people around me who have that platform to do something. I know I have people around me who can reach out, who can do something. So the problem will never be, nobody's sitting here saying, let's burn all these places down, whatever. Nobody's sitting here saying that's okay because it's violent. No, I am totally against violence, but I'm not against someone voicing frustration when they've been frustrated. They've shown that they were frustrated over 400 years. I have a problem when we can sit here and act like everything is normal or should go back to normal. I have a problem when a man can walk around and say, let's make America great again. And people can support that, not understanding what he really means is let's let the white man speak and follow his direction. I have a problem when we can sit there as a nation, as a community, and watch that happen and not feel uncomfortable. The price of leadership is criticism. My coach told me that earlier today. I appreciate the 7 of you that have tuned in. I hear that I'm a great speaker, and I'm grateful that a lot of people think that. But it would not be my response. I would not be upholding my responsibility if I sat back as this quote-unquote great speaker, as this quote-unquote most intelligent person, whatever you say I am. I would not be upholding my responsibility to my community if I sat back and didn't say anything. My college is in Minnesota Morris. So this, it doesn't hit home because it's not in Georgia, but this kind of, this touches me a little bit. I'm not here to sit here and tell you guys how you should think or how, what you should do. No, I'm not here to do that. That's not my role. That's not my role. And everyone in here knows that. I'm not that type of person. But I am here to tell you, if you get offended and you get uncomfortable, that's good. You should feel that way. Because if you're offended and you're uncomfortable, that means you have not done your due diligence and have not either spoken out or have not supported the right cause. This is beyond politics. This is beyond This is beyond, oh, he did this, he did that. Nah, it's cool. If he was a criminal and he died, I would still be frustrated. Yes. But I would be frustrated for a different reason. This is a moral problem. This is a moral dilemma. I promise you it's not that hard. I promise you. Because if you seem to tell me burning down a building is a crime, I know damn well taking an innocent man's life is a lot more severe of a crime. I can't stand in a community where it's expected of me to raise sons, future husbands, siblings, nephews, etc. in a community where people are okay with watching innocent people die. It's not even, look, he ain't even got to be innocent. He didn't have to be innocent. I don't care. He could have just, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. Let's just say he wrote a bad check. Does that still justify the way he was treated? Because I'm not understanding. People have a problem with the reaction, but no problem with the action. That doesn't sit well with me. That makes me uncomfortable. Because I love to walk around with my hood on, especially when I got my AirPods in. I love to go for runs at night. I love to work out. That's why I committed to go to a college to play college football. Because I love doing those things. But because I like to work out, because I have muscles, because I have a nice body, does that make me a threat? Because I run fat? Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. So my problem lies when people sit here and try to tell me that protests and riots aren't something that Martin Luther King pushed with, which I spoke earlier on, and I'm finna touch on that right now. But I have a problem when people don't understand the fact that there are injustices happening. And since we want to bring up Martin Luther King, he said the opposite of justice is not injustice, it's silence. I don't think I articulated that well. Let me say it again. The opposite of justice is not injustice. Better yet, it's silence. So those who are offended by Target's not selling milk, again, a retail store, I work at one, we're supposed to sell products to customers. If you have a problem with a retail store being attacked and whatnot because they declined selling milk to people who needed it, I need you to reevaluate yourself. I really do. But anyways, so I keep hearing, no disrespect. I love you, Yelang. But Yelang and a couple other people decided to voice this opinion that MLK stood for peaceful protests and, you know what I'm saying? Basically this ideology that MLK wouldn't have wanted riots and whatnot. Now, I love the late, great Martin Luther King Jr. That man was different. He's my idol, one of my idols. But what we fail to understand is he pushed for peaceful protest, but he also pushed for action. Martin Luther King pushed for people to boycott, people to march, people to do something progressive in order to get to the common goal. I'm not going to speak on Malcolm X because a lot of people see him as one way when in reality you don't know. You got to educate yourself on that. Don't believe what they teach you in school all the time. Educate yourself a little better. So I'm not understanding when people sit here and tell me MLK wouldn't want riots. MLK got arrested for simply being at protests, for leading protests, actually. But anyways, he got arrested and would go to jail and write letters and these things of this nature. In this modern day time, when you get arrested, no, fuck that. They're not arresting us. They're shooting us. They're killing us. They're attacking us. But there's no problem with that. People don't have a problem with that. People have a problem because we're defending ourselves? Because cars are on fires? Because buildings are being attacked? I think we see the wrong end of the stick here, honestly. I don't understand that. I really don't. Because any forward-thinking person sees a peaceful protest turn violent by cops protecting the wrong man. I don't understand. I genuinely don't. So my problem when it comes down to that is, in a modern day society, right? I'm keeping everything simple. Martin Luther King Jr. fought, I forgot what his direct quote was, but basically he fought for tomorrow. He didn't fight for today. He fought for tomorrow. He said everything that he's doing now, he doesn't want his people to have to deal with in the future. So since people want to bring up Martin Luther King and say, "Oh, we're doing it the wrong way," we shouldn't have to do it at all because it should already be figured out. 400 years. That's how many years we've been dealing with this. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're not uncomfortable, if you don't want it to stop, then you have a problem. You genuinely do. Thank everyone for attending. My name is Jay Sean Hudson, but you guys already know that. Once again, thank you guys. I'm ending the live.